early morning guy. He's here, earlier than some of the coaches, and he gets
quarterback competition. Cam Ward and the Titans are a sleeping giant, and that's very bad news for AFC South fans like me. This Titans went ahead and stole our uniforms from Houston, right? And now they've got a seemingly generational talent at quarterback, and I think he's changing everything. You got Xavier Restrepo speaking about the contagiousness of the hard-working type of player he is. You got offensive coordinators and coaches talking about how he's here beating veteran coaches into the building. Look, I'm a Shedeur guy, but I'm also a Cam Ward guy. Don't get it twisted. These two gentlemen are cut from the same cloth, and Cam Ward's claw and journey to get to where he has also makes him a different beast in the same animal. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. But let's get into it. Obviously, it's been OTAs. We're going to watch him sling the ball. We're going to get into a little bit of news, and then we're going to hear some of the availability, both from some of the coaches as well as Xavier Restrepo and the man himself, Cam Ward. Man, I really appreciate y'all watching these videos and rocking with me. Like these videos if you like it, dislike it if you don't like it, subscribe if you enjoy football content of all shapes and sizes. Let's get right into it with a little bit of news. All right, this is interesting. Now, I clickbaited y'all in the Jalen Milroe video. I'll admit to it. I'm a cop to plea. Okay, I was like, hey, Jalen Milroe is stealing Jaden Daniels VR technology. Obviously, he's not stealing it, guys. They're reutilizing it because they've seen how Jaden Daniels and how revolutionary his ability to get better at processing, reading defenses, doing that, and he was able to take that to a completely next level at the NFL level. Obviously, insane rookie season from him. And the key to it is they put the VR goggles on. I'm not sure. I think it's a full headset. You're in there. It's like a special software with extra money you got to pay. You know what I'm saying? NFL secret. But then they speed it up. So for Jaden Daniels, I think he did like 2 times speed as well. So Cam Ward and the Titans are going to be using some of that same thing. So we'll see what that results into. And I think this is interesting because coming out, and even with me watching it, Cam Ward is known as somebody who has, some would say, too fast processing. Like he will put balls on the back of people's head. Pause. He will put balls on the back of people's heads who's not ready and breaking out of routes for a good reason, right? The anticipation sometimes can be too much. Like the receivers aren't ready. Now, the NFL, that lightning quick twitch reflexes, the balls that look like this right here, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, just maybe, he'll be able to match the top level eye coordination with some of these guys. I see connects with Calvin Ridley. That's just a beautiful ball there. Just a few more clips here. And shout out to the rooks here. I want to speak on both of the rooks. You got Gunnar Helm. You got Xavier Restrepo. Obviously, Mr. 87 out there. Shout out to Gunnar Helm because obviously he's a Longhorn. He's smooth. He's clean through his routes. He is that new era of tight end. But guess what? Not afraid to block. He is not afraid to go do some dirty work. That's how Steve Sarkisian builds him. All right. So you got you one there. You got your dog in Cam Ward, and then Xavier Restrepo is just somebody who wants to get open anytime he can and be the best anytime he can. Cam Ward. Now the Titans, shout out. They was playing some Uzi. Okay. But yeah, shout out to the Titans. Always revolutionary in how they get things done with you get a handoff and you get a pass at the same time. Get some extra work in there. I like that. Some people call it funny. Oh my God, what's going on? They're throwing balls and trash cans down. Hey man, get your reps how you can. Right, any little bit of advantage you can get at this level, I think it goes a very long way. As we see some more. So, lots of Uzi. Let me find out. Cam Ward said, hey, let's get that extra. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all going crazy right now. Little handoff there, looking smooth. Handoff to a beautiful whip of the ball, and is that 3 different Uzi songs? I'm sorry, I can't believe it. I didn't know. Cam Ward leaking it right now. The Titans organization, they are little Uzi verters. I don't know what that means, but that ball just pops out of Cam Ward's hand as you're seeing it behind me while I'm yapping and doing what I do. Lots of future too. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a little bit of Hendrix now. Like I kind of spoke about in my last video, and it's something that not only have people said about it. People have commented on it, but the command he has, right? Some call it swag, some call it, the kids call it aura, right? But I think it's a command and confidence, right? There's a certain level of, hey man, I'm here to be the best, and I am the best, and I'm gonna operate like I know I'm the best. As we have this slow motion back, so just the calmness. It really feels like he's transforming this organization as we watch it, as we see happen. And again, as a Texans fan, I hate that, Cam. So please be a bust. Please be terrible. Because it's gonna make me really, really sad if y'all keep messing up. Now y'all could be right underneath us. Y'all could beat up on the Jags. I'm fine with that. Y'all, hey, beat up on the Colts. I'm cool with that. Maybe we can work out a little situation where we get, you know what I'm saying, them Oilers uniforms back, and then I don't know. You feel me? Add those to the collection. But let's hear Cam Ward himself speaking about the quarterback competition, quote unquote, that he's having with Will Levis, and then obviously being locker neighbors with the notorious I was trying to make a gambling joke. Calvin Ridley.
Especially finally getting to comment, with guys who's been in the league like Red, Ben Jefferson, T. Lockett was out here. It's good, James. So it's been good. It's been exciting, especially to connect with those guys.
Anything about the surprise you can so far?
About this? No, I've been wanting to be put in this position. God blessed me with it. So I'm just taking advantage of every opportunity that he gives me. I get to play around some good guys up front. Defensively, we have some good talent. So I'm excited to see us put it on the field on Sundays.
With the reps and how they're distributed, how are you going about just like making sure you take advantage of everyone?
Just getting a lot of mental reps. Whether Will's up, BA, or Tim is up.
They go crazy in the background. Oh no!
Do it in my head. The formations, the play call, the motions if we have one. So really just getting understanding the full offense.
What's your relationship been like with Will since you got here and met him?
It's been good. He's one of the first ones to come up to me in the locker room, ready to compete, ready to get to work. But it's been exciting to work with somebody who's played an actual NFL football game, so be able to take a little advice from him. So it's been good.
Cam looked like the hedge next to Calvin in the locker room, I guess, in some of the videos. You like that, and then does that help you guys kind of form a relationship? What do you have to learn, by having so much presence time with him?
Well, I just think the biggest thing that I'm trying to learn from him is, how to be a pro. He's did it for a numerous amount of years at a high level, so he is the standard. He's one of the oldest guys in the locker room, so why wouldn't you want to look up to him? And for him to be my locker mate, for him to open his house for me, it's been cool. Especially, I'm trying to, establish myself like he did. Yeah.
I love that. I am a big fan of being able to big up people without tearing down other people. And what I'm about to say is no, it's not condescending and meant to underdig Shedeur Sanders, because his confidence in leadership is shown in a way, in a shape, in a form that some people might find the wrong way, but some people really gravitate towards. And I think the similar thing with Cam Ward. I think some people might not like the answers and the things or whatever, but I think both of them share something equally true, and they don't care how you feel or how you go about it. They do it the way they want to do it. They handle it. They want to handle it. And just like I am confident that Shedeur Sanders is somebody that people are going to want to lead, I am beyond confident that Cam Ward is someone that you're going to want to lead and lead men and take things over. So again, I'm shaking in my boots as a Texans fan. It's not good to hear this, but again, it's been the consistency that we've heard since Zero Star playing in a wing tee offense where he wasn't even able to show off his arm power, the arm angles, and all the creativity that he has. From that, Zero Star recruit FCS Incarnate Ward, then to Wazoo, then Heisman Trophy level season over there at the University of Miami, #1 overall pick, and sadly he winds up in the AFC South, praised and poised, which is the right word. I said the wrong word the first time. Poised to make a large change to the Titans organization, and a lot of it starts with bringing in some familiarity. Mr. Xavier Restrepo, you talk about building culture. The thing about having Cam Ward and Xavier Restrepo is that they're both culture guys, right? Xavier Restrepo is that guy. He's a, hey, I'm not the fastest, I'm not the biggest, I'm not the whatever. But the first week of rookie minicamp, they were saying Xavier Restrepo was the first front of the line. He was looking like the most polished receiver that they had out there. And this is what he's had to say about his running mate. And some would say the only reason, or the biggest reason, that he's even in the NFL with a chance.
Found a good spot.
No doubt. Just like my whole entire life, I lived my life based on opportunities, and I thought this was the best one.
You got Cam stories for everybody? Do they ask you about him?
I mean, you said Cam?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could go on and on telling stories about him, but I don't think you guys want to hear those stories.
What's the main thing that sticks out about him?
Just hasn't switched, with all the, praise that he's been getting, still praises the Lord. And, I mean, he's just a hard worker, he's contagious to be around like he was at Miami. And just looking forward to growing a relationship with him.
What do you think about the
Contagious and is hardworking. And again, it's one thing to hear that from somebody who, again, last season was amazing for him. That's his guy, right? They come from the same cloth, and Cam Ward was literally on the phone in the same cause as him accepting his draft speech, in the same cause that he was accepting being drafted by the Titans. He was praising for his guy Xavier Restrepo. But then it's another level when actual offensive coordinators are saying things like this.
He's an early morning guy. He's here, earlier than some of the coaches, and he gets in early, and he's very detailed and regimented about how he studies. He's got a way he's kind of learned in the past and kind of taken into information. So we got with him early, and he said, hey, can we meet this way and kind of do some things? And then it's been really good for him. It's been good for us too. Good kind of learn some different ways to teach and things like that.
Understanding that they're.
So in there, what I love to hear there is it's not just, hey, I'm early, but it's also, hey, I'm taking initiative and I'm making the initiative, right? Like I'm not just going to be here early just to be early, right? We're also going to do this because when I title this, and it's probably going to be something about him changing or something changing forever. I mean that. This is a hyperbolic statement. I think from a lot of the things and a lot of the ways that you see, quarterback can have one of the largest impacts on culture in any other player, right? Obviously, that's why they get paid the big bucks, right? And the fact that he's coming in as a rookie and starting to not demand respect, but pay attention, demand greatness, right? That's very key, right? He's not in there demanding, more money or more this or more that. And hey, if he was, I wouldn't be mad at him. I want to make that clear too. But I also want to make it super clear that he's in there demanding, hey, let's meet the right way. Let's learn the right way. How can we teach me, and how can I be better in any way, in every way possible? That shows another level of commitment, right? That you really appreciate. And then more comments here from the offensive coordinator.
You meet Cam, he's got that kind of cool, calm confidence, and it kind of comes across, the same guy we kind of met in the pre-draft meetings, on the visits and things like that. It's authentic. It's who he is. So that makes it kind of easy for him to be that same guy. And he goes in there, if he screws something up, he's the first one to admit it. He's still got that kind of same cool demeanor. So I think that for him really helps. And it's genuine for the guy. So the guy's always, it's who he is, and it's been that way every day since he's been here.
And again, you love to hear that. And that goes back to kind of the thing I was alluding to, right? It's not just it's important to distinguish everyone's leadership abilities and the way they get done. But I want to put a bow on this too, because people are like, oh man, you talk about Shedeur a lot. I watched a lot of Colorado football games. Like I don't know what to tell you, and I watched a lot of Miami football games, so I could tell you a lot about Cam Ward. So I don't mean to use those. And they also train together. They train with the same exact quarterback coach. They're friends. They are attached through this whole draft process as 1 and 2 presumed quarterbacks. Like they're going to be talked about. Just like who is it? How about I say Ryan Tannehill and Drew Brees? That's not the pair. Who's it? What's it? Eli Manning. Oh, Eli Manning in Phillip Rivers. I'm getting my football knowledge all messed up, but you know what I mean. When you have those two quarterbacks that are in that same class, they're going to be kind of attached to the hip. I think that's what's going to happen here. But going further into the point that the offensive coordinator was making, like that's what you see from him, right? It's not just a confidence. It's not just, as the kids call, an aura or whatever. It's the fact, or the nonchalant. That's what it is. That's what they be TikToking. I see y'all TikToking. And what you get from that is, like you said, like it never feels like it's forced. It never feels like I was looking for that longer video. It never feels like he's panicking in any shape or form. I've been going back, and rewatching, some of the Cal games. Those Miami games were crazy. Like those, like 80% of those Miami games were like 40-point, 20-point comebacks, fourth quarter, this and that, and all. Like they are. I advise you. If you're a Titans fan, if you're a Cam Ward fan, go on the ACC network. I don't know how many other, people do this or how many other conferences. ACC network on YouTube. Go watch. Start with Cal. Go watch Miami Cal. Watch Miami GT. Watch Miami GT last though, because that's kind of, what I'm saying. I don't want to spoil it, but feel me. And then watch the Miami opener. And then before you watch Miami GT, watch Miami FSU, because it'll make you smile on the inside. All right. But anyway, not the point. I say all that to say it's a joy watching him, and it's not just a joy watching him, but it's a joy seeing the way people come around him, right? And the way that he's able to uplift others, and the way that people can rally, and the way that people see and gain a lot of inspiration from the way and the coolness of him. And I look, that plus him, strapping on the VR situation, I think he's about to take things to a whole nother level out there in Tennessee, and I couldn't be more upset as a Texans fan. But hey, man, let me know if you're a college football fan and who your football team is. Let me know who your NFL football team is. Dog, we're like under 100 days away, man. I'm so excited. That's when all this yapping, I can yap less, and we can just talk about foosball. But it's been a lot of yapping. So really appreciate y'all. Y'all let me know who y'all are rocking with, so I can make fun of y'all in the conversation below. Y'all know me. I'm a Longhorn, and I'm a Houston Texan. You know what I'm saying? So get your jokes off in the comments. Do what you do. If I see any Sooners, if I see any Aggies, we got problems. All right? Don't let me catch you Aggies down there in the section, cuz. But other than that, man, keep being great. Like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't like it, subscribe if you want to see more foosball content, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any foosball content. I already told you were great. Just keep doing that great thing you do, man. Really appreciate it. See you next time. Peace.